What if I told you one of the most common ways we try to help our toddlers talk is actually making them silent? It seems to make perfect sense, right? We ask our kids questions all day long because we want to know what they're thinking. But you might be surprised to discover this is one of the biggest mistakes that could be delaying their speech. My name is Sarah. I'm not a doctor. I'm a mom on a mission to read all the parenting studies so you don't have to. And on that mission, I've discovered that some of the most common advice we're given about toddler speech is actually wrong. That surprising little tip about not asking questions, that's just the beginning. In fact, it's just one of 3 hidden mistakes that well-meaning parents, and trust me, myself included, make every single day. On the surface, these 3 habits seem helpful, even natural. But the science is clear. They can actually create pressure, build frustration, and ultimately slow down your child's language development. But the good news is, by the end of this video, you will be able to spot all 3 of them, and you'll know exactly what to do instead. No more guessing, just simple strategies that work. So let's get right into it. Let's start with the one we've already mentioned, the one that feels the most normal but can cause the most hidden stress. The trap of the endless questions. And it makes total sense why we do it, right? As adults, asking questions is how we show interest. It's how we connect. It's natural for us to want to bring our little ones into that world of conversation. We see them playing and we want to engage. We want to teach. Our intentions are absolutely golden. But here's the crucial piece we have to understand. We need to step into their tiny shoes for a moment. A toddler's brain is not a miniature adult brain. It's a world of pure discovery. They're busy processing a million things: the texture of the rug, the way the light hits the floor, how their own legs manage to hold them up. Language is just one more piece of this giant, overwhelming puzzle. So when we lean in and ask, "What color is that block?" or "What does the cow say?" we think we're helping. But to their developing brain, it doesn't feel like a fun game. It feels like a test, a pop quiz. A spotlight suddenly shines on them and they are expected to perform. Speech-language pathologists have a name for this. They call it communicative pressure. It's the feeling that you have to say something and you have to say the right thing. And what happens when we feel that kind of pressure? Our minds go blank. We freeze. For a toddler who is already working overtime just to find a word in their mental library, this pressure is enough to make them give up entirely. They shut down. They say nothing, not because they're being stubborn, but because the pressure is just too much. So, what's the alternative? It's a simple, powerful switch. Instead of creating pressure, we create what the experts call communicative temptation. We make talking so inviting, so interesting, that they can't help but want to join in. And the #1 way to do that is to stop questioning and start commenting. Commenting is narrating their world without asking for anything in return. You become a sportscaster for their life. Let's take that dinosaur example. Instead of asking, "Are you playing with a dinosaur?" which is a yes-no question with a right answer, get down on their level and just describe what you see. "Wow, a dinosaur! He's so big! Look at him stomping! Stomp, stomp, stomp! Roar!" See the difference? There's no pressure. It's just a shared experience. You're modeling rich language in a way that's engaging and fun. Let's apply this to other parts of the day. At bath time, instead of asking, "Are you splashing?" which they are clearly doing, try commenting on the sensory experience. "Splash! You made a big splash! The water is so warm on your toes." You are giving them the words, splash, warm, toes, in the exact moment they are experiencing them. At snack time, instead of quizzing, "What are you eating?" just share in the joy. That banana looks so sweet. It's so soft and mushy." You're connecting words like sweet and mushy to real feelings and textures. When you're looking at a book, resist the urge to point and ask, "What's that?" on every page. Instead, create a story. "Wow, look at that big red dog. He's running so fast. Where is he going?" Notice that last one was a question, but it's a wondering question, not a testing one. It invites imagination. It doesn't demand a specific answer. By switching from questioning to commenting, you take all the pressure off. You become a safe person to be around when they're trying to talk. You give their brain a rich, constant stream of words linked to their experiences, building a mental dictionary they can pull from when they're finally ready. You become more interesting than the toy, and that is when they will start to copy you. That is when the magic starts to happen. So commenting is great, and the magic really does start to happen. But let's be completely honest for a second. What about those moments that feel anything but magical? You know the one. Your toddler is standing in the kitchen, pointing up at the counter. They're grunting. They might even be starting that high-pitched whine that goes right through you. They want the apple. You know they want the apple. And every fiber of your being, every parenting book you've ever skimmed, screams one thing at you. Use your words. Just tell me what you want. Say apple. I have been there more times than I can count. We do this with the absolute best of intentions. Our logic is actually pretty sound, right? We think we're teaching them a valuable lesson, we're creating an incentive. We hold the reward, the apple, until they perform the task, saying the word. But this instinct, this incredibly common and logical strategy, leads us directly into mistake number 2. And it's a big one, because it's built on one giant, and I mean giant, false assumption about why your toddler isn't talking in the first place. And that false assumption is this, that your toddler can say the word, but is choosing not to. Let me be really, really clear about this, because it's the most important thing you'll hear today. It is incredibly unlikely that a toddler is deliberately choosing not to say a word just to get on your nerves or test your patience. The assumption is that they're being stubborn. The reality is that they're stuck. They are not saying the word because they literally can't access it in that moment, or they don't know it well enough yet to pull it out on command under pressure. To help you really feel what this is like for them, I want you to imagine something. You know you learned the word for restroom yesterday. It's in your brain somewhere. But right now, in this moment of urgent need, you're frantically flipping through your mental files and coming up blank. Your heart starts to beat a little faster. A sense of panic is rising. Now, imagine a helpful-looking local sees your distress, understands exactly what you need, and walks you over to the restroom door. But instead of opening it, they stand in front of it, blocking your way with a patient smile. And they just say, "Go on, use your words. You can do it." How would you feel? You wouldn't feel encouraged. You'd feel a blinding mix of panic, frustration, and helplessness. That right there is the emotional world we put our toddlers in when we withhold something we know they want, demanding a word they cannot produce. So what's the solution? It's beautifully simple. You give them the thing they are asking for, through pointing or grunting or their own creative babble. You honor their communication attempt, and then, at the same moment, you provide the word for them. So with the apple example, you see your toddler pointing and saying, You pick up the apple, and as you hand it to them, you say, "Apple! You want the apple! Here is your yummy apple." You give it to them, and you say the word. No pressure, just connection. You've met their need, validated their effort, and built a positive, successful pathway in their brain between that object and that sound. But this brings us to our third and final mistake, which is, what happens when they do try to say a word, and it comes out adorable, but wrong, like wah-wah for water. This one is so tricky because it feels so natural to join in their world. They say, "Look, a goggy," and we say, "Oh, what a cute goggy." It's a moment of connection. But here's the problem. Every single time we repeat their incorrect word, we are accidentally reinforcing it. We're telling their brain, "Yep, that's the one. That's the word for that thing." and it makes it so much harder for them to unlearn the wrong word and learn the right one later. I learned this the hard way. My daughter, when she was about 18 months old, would ask for water by saying, "Wah, wah, wah, wah." It was the cutest thing. My husband and I thought it was hilarious, and we'd say it back to her. "You want your wah, 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 wah? Okay." But then we had family visit. My daughter went up to her uncle, pointed at the counter, and demanded, "Wah, wah, wah, wah." He just looked at her, then at me, completely confused. She tried again, louder this time, her little face starting to crumple. "Wah, wah, wah!" She started to get truly frustrated, on the verge of a tantrum, because this adult, was not understanding a word that had always worked before. In that moment, I realized our cute little family language had actually become a barrier for her in the wider world. What's happening in their amazing little brains is actually pretty fascinating. Think of a toddler's brain as a brand new field of fresh, untouched snow. When they try to say a word for the first time, they are creating a new path in that snow. So when they say wah wah for water, and you smile and say wah wah back, you are both walking down that same wah wah path, packing the snow down, making it deeper, stronger, and the default route. But when they say wah wah, and you gently and warmly respond with, "Oh, you want water? Let's get you some nice, cool water," you are stepping off their path and starting a new one right next to it, the correct water path. Every time you model the correct word, you're making that water path clearer and deeper. You are physically strengthening the right neural pathway, making it easier and more automatic for their brain to find next time. You're not shaming them, you're just showing them the most effective way. Now that we've covered all three, I am so curious. Which of these mistakes was the biggest eye-opener for you? Was it the questions, the withholding, or repeating the cute words? Let me know in the comments below. There is absolutely no judgment here, and I mean that. There is zero judgment here. Because listen, if any of what I just said sounded familiar, please just take a deep breath. You are trying your absolute best, and none of this stuff is intuitive at all. As you've probably noticed, all of this communication frustration, the pressure, the confusion, it often ends in one thing, a full-blown toddler tantrum. And this is so important to remember. Your toddler is not giving you a hard time. They are having a hard time. Their little brains and their motor skills for speech are just working furiously to catch up with all of their big feelings and desires. It's a huge task. And because it is such a huge task, our job as their safe space is to make it easier for them. It's about clearing the path so their words can finally come through. So let's recap our new mission. It's simple and it's powerful. First, we shift from questioning to commenting, trading pressure for connection. Second, we shift from withholding to modeling, turning moments of frustration into teachable moments. And third, we shift from repeating their cute mistakes to gently correcting, helping them build the right pathways for clear communication from the very start. Mastering these three shifts will dramatically reduce communication frustration, I promise you. But what do you do when a tantrum happens anyway? The truth is, the triggers for big meltdowns often go way beyond just a struggle for words. That's why the next video you need to watch is this one, right here on the screen. It's where I break down the most common hidden tantrum triggers and give you practical, gentle tips you can use today to prevent them before they even start. So click on that as soon as we're done here. And for those of you with babies under 1, you might be wondering what milestones to even look for. To give you complete peace of mind, I've put a link to my free developmental milestone checklist in the description below, so you can track your baby's progress and know exactly what to expect. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If this was helpful, please hit that like button. And I'll be honest, videos that challenge mainstream advice can sometimes get buried by the algorithm. So if you want to make sure we stay connected, please subscribe and hit that bell. You've got this.